Hi friends, thank you so much for visiting my channel. Today I wanted to talk about living in the present moment, being in the now. These are terms that float around quite often these days and they're beautiful. It's a beautiful message and I am definitely a believer that the only moment to live is now. But what does that actually mean? How do we know if we're actually living in the present moment? It's not easy and it's a continuous practice. Even after meditating for 8 years now, somewhat consistently, I still have to work really, really hard at being in the present moment. But it's worth it and it can change your life. So today I wanted to share some tips on how to live in the present moment. Number 1, meditate. Meditation is a time of chosen stillness of the body while practicing stillness of the mind. In reality, especially in the beginning of practicing, the mind seems to be far from quiet. And that's completely normal and why many people choose to give up. The practice of meditation allows a space for observing the mind. There are tools like coming back to the breath, using a mantra, or listening to the sounds that we can use as an anchor when we get taken for a ride on a wave of thought. The more we meditate, the more observant of our thoughts we become, which also helps us become more aware of the silence that exists always beneath the chaos of the mind, like the sand settled at the bottom of the roaring ocean. Though many believe to meditate simply means practicing while on a cushion or a chair with the eyes closed and hands on the lap, meditation is something that can be practiced throughout the day. When talking to someone, we can choose to focus our attention on listening to the person speaking, as opposed to thinking of the next thing we might say when they're done. This takes conscious practice and is easier in some situations more than others. The meditation practice comes in when one becomes aware of their thoughts and that they've gotten carried away by one, and then choosing to refocus their attention from the mind to the breath or to the sounds occurring in the present moment. Number 2, imagine cutting off thoughts with a sword. I've recently heard an analogy of cutting thoughts off with a sword in the mind. Typically, I'm not a fan of anything violent, but when I practice cutting off those stories that create a false sense that life is circling around me, the moment that I become aware of them, the stories seem to dissipate almost instantaneously. Try visualizing a sword cutting off any stories that arise, whether memories from the past or projections of the future, at the roots, and notice how those thoughts vanish, allowing you to return to the present moment. Number 3, gratitude. I became aware of the power of gratitude right around the same time that I began meditating. I created a gratitude journal after watching The Secret on Netflix and becoming aware of the law of attraction. And I watched the world around me shift right in front of my eyes. Today, my gratitude practice is a combination of mentally focusing on things I am grateful for, beginning the moment I wake up in the morning, and sometimes journaling my gratitude. Choosing to think of things we are grateful for allows us to see more things to be grateful for. A grateful heart cannot be sad, angry, or feel hatred in the same moment of feeling gratitude. A grateful heart creates love and appreciation and switches the lens in which we view the world. Gratitude is a great tool for returning to the present moment. By looking and acknowledging things, scents, sights, people, animals, sounds around us to be grateful for, the present moment transforms before our eyes. Number 4, listening to sounds. When this practice actually clicked for me, I was doing a guided meditation by Tara Brach. While being advised to listen to the sounds of the silence, my focus clearly shifted from my thoughts to the sounds of the present moment. The cars outside, the breathing of other meditators around me, coughs, sneezes, squeaking chairs, all returned me to the present. This tool is always available to us. We can allow the sounds to cut off a thought and remind us to listen to the sounds around us. The trees swaying, the birds chirping, the people living their lives. Number 5, breath. Our breath is always breathing, whether we are aware of it or not. Our bodies naturally breathe, and I'm sure we'd notice it if we'd stop breathing. But why wait to notice it then? Our breath can serve as an anchor to us to return to the present moment. With eyes closed or open, we can bring our attention to the in-breath, traveling into our nose, through to our bellies, expanding it like a balloon, and then slowly deflating and traveling back up and out through the nostrils. This shifts our focus from thoughts back to the present moment. And those are my 5 tips today for living in the present moment. Let me know if you try or have tried any of these tools, and if you have any tips to add, please drop them in the comments below to share with others. If you'd like to practice a meditation, I've written and recorded one that I'd love to share with you all. Check the link in the description box below, and that will take you to a 15-minute guided meditation. I hope you enjoy. Please like and subscribe for more videos. And until next time, friends, take care.